Hey everyone. I'm Jack. I've been working as a mechanic here in Canada for 30 years, and today I'm going to tell you something most people don't want to hear. You don't need to drop $70,000, $80,000 on a brand new LandCruiser to have a 4WD that actually works. In this video, I'm going to show you 5 used 4WDs you can pick up for $5,000 to $10,000, and they're going to rack up more kilometers than a brand new LandCruiser. Got buyers without deep pockets? Yeah. Got travelers who need to trust their ride? Even more. Let's talk about the trucks that have become absolute legends here in Canada. Why a cheap 4WD can actually be better than an expensive one. First, let me break down the logic. A 2025 LandCruiser costs $70,000, right? Beautiful truck, comfortable, tons of electronics. But, and this is a big but, all that electronics is going to cost you a fortune to fix down the road. 5-10 years from now. Oxygen sensors, control modules, fancy automated air conditioning systems. Everything's expensive. Now, grab yourself an older 4WD, one of those models from the 2000s, 2010s, that you can pick up for $5,000. Simple motor. Simple transmission. You can fix it with a screwdriver and a wrench. Here in Canada, where you're dealing with brutal winters, remote roads, and you need that truck to work, simplicity is gold. And honestly, those older vehicles outlast the new ones. By a lot. Number 1, Toyota 4Runner. Number 1 on my list is an easy one, Toyota 4Runner. Especially the 2003 to 2009 generations. Why? Because it's basically a LandCruiser, but it cost way less when it was new. Same platform, more or less. Beefy V8 engine. 4WD system that doesn't fail. I had a client here in Toronto who picked up a 2005 4Runner for $6,000. That truck had 180,000 kilometers on it. He drove it another 250,000 kilometers, got it up to 430,000 total. Oil changes, timing belt, some suspension parts. That's it. No fancy electronics nonsense. The 4Runner is big, it's heavy, it'll drink some gas. But it handles everything. Winter. It handles it. Dirt roads. It handles it. You blow a transmission in a 4Runner. You're doing something seriously wrong. If you find a 4Runner from 2005 to 2009 in decent shape for under $10,000, buy it. You're making the deal of a lifetime. Number 2, Toyota Tacoma. Number 2 is Toyota Tacoma. It's not as big as the 4Runner, but it's just as reliable. I'm talking about the 2005 to 2015 models, mainly. Mid-size pickup. Engine that works. Transmission that won't quit. 4WD system that's basically bulletproof. Why is the Tacoma so good? Because Toyota didn't mess with it much. The engine in a 2005 is basically the same as a 2015. They refine it, tweak it a bit, but they keep the formula. Here in Alberta, BC, Saskatchewan, rural areas, you'll see Tacomas with 300, 350, 400,000 kilometers on the odometer. Some are beat up, sure, but they work. And they work well. A 2010 Tacoma. You can find one for $8,000 to $12,000. If you're lucky, less. And that truck is going to give you another 200, 250,000 kilometers, no problem. The only issue? They're getting pricier because everybody knows they last forever. But you're still spending way less than a brand new LandCruiser. Number 3, Jeep Wrangler TJ, 2003 to 2006. Number 3 is Jeep Wrangler TJ. I'm talking specifically about the 2003 to 2006 generation, the last of the TJ line. Most people don't think about Jeep when they think about reliability. And they're right, most Jeeps are problematic. But that generation of Wrangler, that's a tool. Straight 6 engine that's practically indestructible. Simple transmission. 4WD system that's pure mechanics, no complicated computers. The downside? It's loud. It's cold in the winter. Zero sound insulation. You're basically driving a tin can on wheels. But if you want a 4WD that's going to work in any condition, anywhere in Canada, blow a transmission. You can swap it for $2,000 at any shop. Oxygen sensor. $200, fixed in 30 minutes. A 2005 Wrangler TJ. You'll find one for $5, $6, $7,000. These vehicles are absolute legends in Canadian overlanding communities. Number 4, Ford Ranger, 2001 to 2011. Number 4 is Ford Ranger. The 2001 to 2011 generation, especially the ones with a V6 engine. Look, Ford isn't Toyota. But, and this matters, the Ranger from that generation is simple enough to be reliable. V6 engine that holds up. Manual or automatic 5-speed transmission that's basically bulletproof. 4WD that works well. You can get parts at any shop in any Canadian city. Toronto. Yeah. Yellowknife. Yep. A 2005 Ranger with 200,000 kilometers. You're looking at $4 to $7 grand. It can easily roll another 150, 200,000 kilometers if you take care of it. The problem with the Ranger is it's not pretty. It's not fancy. Interior's all plastic. But that's exactly the point, plastic doesn't break from moisture or electrical gremlins. Here in Montreal, Winnipeg, Edmonton, cold cities, the Ranger is popular because it works in the cold. Number 5, Chevrolet Tracker/Geo Tracker, 1995 to 2001. Number 5 is a name you might not even know, Chevrolet Tracker or Geo Tracker. Especially the models from 1995 to 2001. This isn't a pickup, it's a compact SUV. Tiny little thing. But it's tough as nails. Why? Because it was built with Suzuki. Suzuki understands simplicity. Small engine, low fuel consumption, efficient 4WD system. You can grab a Tracker for $2,000, $3,000, $4,000. Already has 250,000 kilometers. No problem. It'll give you another 150, 200,000 kilometers easy. Yeah, it's tight inside. It's not comfortable. But if you want a cheap 4WD that actually works, especially if you're a smaller person or just want something compact, the Tracker is better than you'd think. In smaller Canadian cities, Prince George, Whitehorse, you still see plenty of Trackers running around. Because it's small, it's cheap to maintain, and it works. How to buy one of these without getting burned. Now, before you run out and buy one of these, I need to talk about how to buy smart. First thing, check the maintenance history. No documentation. Don't buy it. Period. Second, warm-up test. Start it cold in winter. If it takes more than 5 minutes to warm up, there's a thermostat issue. That gets expensive. Third, drive it. Take a mechanic with you, yeah, pay him $100 an hour. It'll be worth it. He'll hear things you won't. Fourth, fluids. Check the oil, transmission fluid, differential fluid. If it's too dark, the truck's been neglected. Fifth, suspension. Drive over a rough road. If you hear a lot of noise, your shocks and springs are shot. That costs money. Follow that checklist, and you won't buy a ticking time bomb. Total cost of ownership versus LandCruiser. Let's do the full math. A 2025 LandCruiser costs 70 grand. Insurance a year? 1,500. Maintenance? 2 grand a year if you're lucky. A 2005 Ranger costs 6 grand. Insurance? Half that. Maintenance? 1,000 a year, max LandCruiser, you're spending 73 grand in year 1. Then another 3,500 a year after. Ranger, 6,750 in year 1. Then $1,000 a year after. Over 5 years, you've spent, LandCruiser, 73 grand plus 17,500 equals $90,500. Ranger, 6,750 plus 5 grand equals $11,750. The difference, $78,750. That's basically a brand new car. And both trucks will still be running 5 years from now. Except you'll have 78 grand more in your pocket if you bought the Ranger. Look, I'm not saying the LandCruiser is a bad vehicle. It's incredible. But it's way overpriced for what you're getting, especially here in Canada, where simplicity matters more than luxury. You want a reliable 4WD? Pick up an old Toyota 4Runner or Tacoma. Don't have 10 grand? Grab a Ranger or Tracker. Find one from a trusted mechanic, maintain it properly, and you've got a truck that works. And you won't regret it. If you liked this video, drop a like and subscribe. Next week, the 4 WDs you should avoid, the ticking time bombs nobody wants. Comment section, what's your favorite cheap 4 WD? Let me know. Catch you next time.